My name is Cody Schneider, Customer Success Manager for North America, Liquid Barcodes. Essentially what I do is I work hand in hand with our customers, go through all of their programs, marketing strategies, best practices, and kind of use what we see that's working in the industry and make sure that we're grabbing pieces from everywhere that we can to make sure that their program accelerates in the correct direction as well. This happens through weekly meetings, touch points, being involved in administrative decisions that they may have, but also providing a lot of feedback and advice based on the wealth of knowledge that we've accumulated from our other customers.
So you have a brand new customer, a retailer that we just signed up to create something cool, car wash subscription program, for example. How do you onboard them? And then what are the first few weeks like?
When we're onboarding our customers, our project team works closely with our customer success team. What we do is we walk them through what the timeline is going to look like from a technical standpoint. But then also that is when I step in and sit down with the customer to outline the parameters of what their program is going to be. So whether they want to do points-based, tiered, straight loyalty, beverage subscription, anything that they want to do, I make sure that we have all that information. It flows in all the required content that we would like to see in a fully flushed go live is there the same way that our other successful programs are. So we really leverage a lot of things that have worked well with other customers and onboardings to take them through that and make sure that on day one, when they want to go live, they have all the tools necessary to succeed.
How do you help a really reluctant retailer trust you and follow your suggestions? One who is implementing an app and rolling forward, but you really want to get them the whole leadership buy-in. How do you get them to follow your suggestions and start engaging?
There are a couple things that I've found that have really worked, but ultimately they all boil down to having the customer being able to trust you. It is a big thing when you're having to trust an outside entity with advisement and marketing and making sure that your program is being run correctly. And it has to be earned. And, whether or not that's done when the deal is signed through the onboarding process or when they get to eventually me being the customer success manager, regardless of where that happens, it is really my job to solidify it and make sure that no matter what, that trust that's been gained stays with us. And it's really important to the customer to be able to get that trust and keep it through baby steps. So what I found really works is let's go over and let's do something that's not necessarily game changing, but let's see how you feel about it from my recommendation and go from there. I know that I use this best practice with a lot of my other customers. I know it's going to work. I'm doing something small so that they see that it works as well and build on that as kind of building blocks so that way, when there's large decisions that need to be made and we have a lot of insight to be able to push for the correct solution that we feel is really going to excel the program, we have that relationship where they do trust what we're saying. They're going to be receptive of what they're hearing and likely to implement it because they know that it's in the best case for their program.
Now, what's it like on the flip side? You have a really excited, receptive retailer and you almost have to slow them down. Tell me about what it's like when you have someone who is 100% on board and you guys are going to rule the world with the loyalty program.
As funny as it sounds, it's almost identical to someone that's reluctant. You're just doing it for different reasons. You kind of move over to someone that wants to hit home runs all the time and you have to let them know singles are okay too. Getting on base is good. Like you kind of said, sometimes slowing it down, making those small changes as well, just to keep pace because there's a finite amount of things in the world that you're able to do. And that's the same thing with a loyalty program. It always develops, but you don't want to give away the farm at the beginning. That's why we kind of set up things in phases where we have a set of program campaigns that we've solidified with the customer that we go live with. And then we plan for additional things to be done in the phase 2 and even more complicated and advanced things that are done in a phase 3. And they all need to happen in that kind of fashion because you can't do phase 3 things without establishing a member base, which is primary in phase 1. There's a method to the madness when we tell customers, we don't need to swing for the fences right now. That will come. And then we ramp the program up to where it needs to go to get there. But it is a bit different when it's full bore, let's go from the rip. It's exciting because you know that the buy-in is there and that they're willing to do anything. And then you just get to start getting excited about planning the things that they want to do. So it's more expectation setting than it is, let's not do that now. More, let's do that in a few months.